Oh, can we not land like anywhere else? It only gave me the one option instead of the forward. I see. Now we have to like walk it.
If you were a victim of the recent attack.
Jeez, this place is. It went through it.
Spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Yeah, this place went through. How's the tram still going?
Constellation has lost people before, but not like
It's
this.
a done deal. Our whole office is getting moved.
Poor Barrett, man. But that the hunter was like way too hard to kill. Like no damage was being done. Oh, there's Vasco. What are we doing at the lodge?
I will be monitoring everyone's vitals for signs of.
I need to be checking everyone's vitals. Now really isn't the time.
If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper AQUILUS' speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him? It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
Okay.
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right.
Shout out you,
I'll
Mateo.
meet you over there.
When you have a few minutes,
11,000. We got paid for that.
discuss.
I'll let you take a place.
No more Starborn have shown up.
Too much threat.
Oh. Okay, well at least we're completely full on all that.
Maybe we should stop for a moment at the
Keeper
memorial
AQUILUS, can we
You know.
have a moment?
to pay our respects.
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about Unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about Unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And these Starborn, I take it they're different from the people of the settled systems? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe, beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. I'm not sure if he was, but if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave? Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times. Hopefully, she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the Well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry.
Hello, motherfucker.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what AQUILUS is describing. Yeah, I mean, he's always going on about trying to bring people of all beliefs together. Really wants there to be some shared story or origin. Look, I like the Keeper, but belief is the problem, okay? We don't need a shared narrative or theology. We need to help each other in practical terms. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an
I just realized I was muted this entire time.
That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for?
Oof.
The founders respond, each individual
How are you doing,
must
Seth?
understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that.
Honestly, I'm glad you came in here, Seth, because I literally left a few minutes ago to go do something, and then I just came back, so I'm glad you were here, otherwise I would have been muted so much longer. But I'm glad you're doing well. What have you been up to?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Maybe there's a hidden.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
I used to drink.
Nice. Okay, let's go. Oh, how's that been going, Seth? I feel like I'm gonna have to use some persuasion here, though.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Yes, I do as well. We both like to keep an open mind.
The knowledge of the Great Serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return, and those he will spare. Nothing else.
Sounds like the
You
Norse
wish to
mythology.
speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless. Then we are done. Leave me.
Return to Keeper AQUILUS, okay. Not gonna lie. I completely lied there. I do not understand. I am idiot. Oh, I just saw inside of her head. But I'm trying to be inside of her.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn?
I don't trust him. I don't want to keep giving him all this information.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Was there anything else?
I mean, coordinates, so we have second planet of the
Yes.
system.
What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add.
Let it be Earth.
That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Same. Next planet I find, I'm naming Dum Dum. What do you think?
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
Oh, okay.
And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their
Seth, we don't
philosophy
talk about it.
on this journey.
We don't talk about it.
I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Also, where can I find the game, Seth? Because free is what I like. There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together. It's just a word, and I not pray. Only total conviction will bring us the truth. We are being tested. We'll go with this one.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? Yes and no. We believe God is out there waiting for us in the universe, and that the grav jump will bring us closer. But is gravity itself an article of faith? What do you think?
My head hurts. Just with this conversation. But, you know, gravity is kind of a miracle.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
With all due respect, gravity is no miracle. There are solid scientific foundations for it to exist.
It's kind of a miracle.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit.
I don't trust him.
Go. Find your truth.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
After you just disliked what I said? Fuck you. You don't get my time now.
The eye is open to you, Constellation.
Get on in. Okay, let's aboard. I'm hoping that I can talk to them. 'Cause I would like to do this.
The spanner's torque is what the eye needs now. We'll fix her good as new. Found one. Easy as a needle in the stack. Hope those powers you're getting to overinflate you. Got enough egos in Constellation.
That's fair. Okay, so we got another one. You said you have things for me?
Here, I have something for you. Oh, you're incorrigible. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know.
You don't even carry a gun.
I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. It's been a while. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
Shout out you. Wire the power. Go down here. Okay, you're actually very close. Love that. I'm hoping that's it anyways. There's something you would like to discuss? I thought we already discussed it.
Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say.
Your thank you is more than enough.
Well, yes, of course, but that's beside the point. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Barrett's life. He was one of my closest colleagues and a cherished friend. He always knew how to make me laugh. I'll miss him dearly. I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all, and Barrett would still be alive.
Rarely at the expense.
Oh, I wish I could believe that. Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
Maybe we overextend ourselves. Nah, simply bad luck. That's like the only...
I refuse to allow Barrett's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair.
All three options were pretty bad options.
Where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin.
We keep doing what we're doing, but we never did anything wrong in the first place. Yeah, we'll go with this one.
I just hope it's enough caution that we don't leave ourselves open to another attack. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. It was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things.
Oh, charmed.
incredible uses. Well,
That's not all my
you're ahead of
use.
us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work. I have something I need to discuss with you.
Bro, how much do you need to discuss?
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bethesda. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
What's with the psychiatry session?
Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it.
Not
The
wrong.
artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
Which one do we do?
Is there? After spending years gathering data about the artifacts, you'd think I'd have all the answers. Frustrating? No. Bewildering? Yes. It would be, oh, well, an explorer's dream to solve a mystery like this. I knew I picked the right person for the job.
Come on now.
Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Of course. We go. Are you gonna be following? Okay, yeah. You're gonna be following. Hello. Let's see, so we're gonna go here. Keep it over here. There we go. I gotta keep taking screenshots. That just looks really cool. I really like these.
Is it thousands of years old? Millions? Or you're going to see alien energy unleashed at your command.
Oh, boy, you just fell.
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't run away. Stop it.